I had many things, but it was really a sad story how they implemented and used. So they basically offer mine walking in my shoes with a stupid face about some kind of internet. Internet is a wire between users. It's no farms, no exploring, nothing. But I'm not gonna give up. I need to keep asking for money. I'm not gonna just give them and I have this cheap life and they live on my expense. I'm not gonna have people on my expense, I'm telling you right now. Either you pay for that or mind your business. I don't care, Jew, no Jew, anyone. And in fact, whatever they trade, they should not trade. It was not for them to use, so they cannot trade. They used illegal papers, look like okay. It's made up. So, whatever. Anyway, I had also few different things, but honestly, all that is for exploring, for computer, sitting there. Or right now they have phones, but in my case I had what they call it. It's called, like today they have iPad and Chrome. That's not their intellectual property. They should not start working on it. It's not their exploring, it's not their stuff. They're an illegal use and copying. So all that group is illegal users and illegal copying. It's not for them to use. So sooner or later it would be fraud. They would need to say fraud, because they never came to that. They would need to say fraud, they came to that. So I know sooner or later they will stick out. Now, even if all that is for exploring, but realistically it's just to stay at home or have a device. I don't really look at that as complete life. So to me, I many times do not even look at phone or iPad or anything. Especially, I know it was illegally used, implemented. It looks dirty like hell. Dirty hell exploring. And realistically looking, all those top CEOs, they're actually intellectual property criminals. They're in unjust enrichment. It was not for them to use. And they did. So they're actually in violations. And Americans don't do anything because it's bad for their asses. That's how it is. They don't want to do anything because it's bad for their asses. But realistically looking, Microsoft is in unjust enrichment, Apple in unjust enrichment, Google is in unjust enrichment, and many software companies are in unjust enrichment. They are basically felons, criminals. You see what I mean? But Americans don't do anything because it's bad for their asses. But realistically, they're criminals. It's not their stuff. They use illegal papers. That's why I said you need to call every time to Innovation Center to see if it's his. But because they cannot talk for that, so they want to suck money by illegal use. But when it comes to Innovation Center, they cannot talk and they escape. So to me, all that exploring is basically junk. Some kind of dirty hell exploring. But there is life. beside all those computers. You know, all those greedy people, they're trying to take a position and then they want to look like they have something to do with it, and then look like they're telling. They're not telling, I'm telling you, the whole exploring is not American exploring. And I had many software decisions. They should not open any company. They are retarded. The American system is retarded. It did not verify anything and approved everything. They're stupid. They're corrupt, greedy, and stupid. From what I know, you should never approve American approvals. Never. Completely never approve American approvals. American Department of Justice is for America. They approve all kind of shit, illegal crap, illegal use just to suck the buck, and then they approve for the world. Never, never, never approve American approvals. American approvals are only for America. It's not for South America, it's not for Europe, Eastern Europe, Africa, whatever, Japan. They're only for America, not for the international market. And they approved all that, and by some kind of tricks, they approved overseas. So all that big dirty hell, illegal use, to me it doesn't matter. I don't invest even one money into that shitty garbage. In fact, I don't even pay for the wireless. I pay rent, but I don't pay for wireless. At some point, I did not have internet. I did not care. Because it's not internet, it's a dirty hell, illegal use. Internet is just the wire. They gave wrong name to mine. Their brain is dead, those who are doing this. They want people to invest money to illegal use in dirty hell. And everything looks like unjust, dirty. Because they're unjust and dirty. That's why never approve American approvals for the international market. Never go with what they say. Those crooks, they will steal everything from you. I've seen Nicaragua or somewhere there, south of Mexico, somewhere there. People, it's very normal. For Europe it would be abnormal, but for them it's very normal. People come on motorcycles and trying to steal your wallet, your backpack, anything. They come to your car and it's like normal. It's like from every direction, many people. Which is in Europe, it's like a small case of it, small cases. Few cases, I guess. Normally it's not happening, but in south of Mexico, there's a big theft there going on. That's how Americans are doing. Their brain is like into big theft. They don't say, give me attorney ID, nothing. They don't say, I want to be legal, give me everything. They just go with some kind of bullshit. Mine get into greedy idea, he can collect money. That's why you never allow them to collect money. Because in order to collect money, it's not their brain. They're trying to look for ways to suck money, and one of those ways, intellectual property violations, and then they're gonna beach somebody else's violation. Not somebody else, number one country for exploring. #1 country for the whole planet is United States of America. For exploring, #1 intellectual property violators, criminals. So never even give them a chance. They will try to pull, like some say, give them inch, they will pull yard. They will not pull yard. They will try to pull miles and miles and miles, thousands of miles. You give them inch and they will try to pull thousands or even millions of miles. That's how their brain works. They will approve everything to suck the money. Well, you should never go with it, because all this American Justice Department, it's only for America. Any state court is only for America. They should not go with it and look like they are approved on international level. So they got incorporated by tricks. Normally they should have history. They don't have any history. So all they have, some papers, made up papers, somebody is allowing, just in case. Oh yeah, nobody did allow. You need to always dig and find. Nobody did allow fraud. That's it, out. They will try to pull miles and miles out of you. Not the yard. That's how their brain works. And then they want to collect money. IRS want to collect money. Smart asses. They want to collect money. Believe it or not, what they do is, I came to that intellectual property on my private property in a house. And ex-wife is talking. They implementing what I said in the house. That's already a violation. And then they approve and they program. It's not for you to program. It's for me to use, not for you. See what I mean? And then IRS is collecting money based on violations of private property, intellectual property violations, and illegal papers different. Probably forgery. Most likely, if ex-wife signed, it's forgery. And then IRS is collecting money because of those previous illegal activities, and then they are spending money on military. And then they're trying to sell that military to Europe. First of all, they fool Europe, and not only Europe, many countries. They try to suck money. Basically, it's free money. And then they make military, and then they sell military. They keep fooling. They should have no money for exploring. It's not the exploring. They should have zero exploring, completely zero. Completely zero. Unless I get paid. And they tweaked around, they get paid for mine. You see what I mean? So there is no value. That's a shitty business. It's a shitty exploring. So for me, I look like this, There are many things in life besides exploring. Many times, especially in Hawaii, I did not have any exploring. I could have few years no exploring. In fact, I even lost one of my email. I forgot my email login, and I couldn't find my login. So I lost it, and I did not contact. I did not use some email for a long time, more than 2 years, some 3 years. So there are many things in life besides exploring. Because in my mind it would be one kind of exploring. They make dirty exploring, full of crap. No wonder if somebody is those, they call them hackers, try to crash, because it's garbage. Somebody's crashing garbage. What should I think? There is a big chance they didn't like that garbage. I know. It's all illegal garbage, made up crap. They lie. They should not be on Wall Street. Facebook should not be on Wall Street, and eBay should not be on Wall Street, and Amazon Netflix, all those companies should not be on Wall Street. They're in illegal use. They never came to that. And they approved in Sweden, trying to collect back. You should disapprove. International court should disapprove them because they are not into good business. They use illegal papers. They use X5 blah 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 blah, and then copyright and mine under their name. You should not copyright mine under your name. You should have me there. You should not use unless me. And they put everything under their names. Take a look at Google. Those two Jewish boys, they never came to the search engine network, nothing. No groups, no email, nothing. They only program in mine. And they copyrighted. How did you copyright? I'm telling you, Google should be completely disapproved for the whole planet for copyrights. Americans are crooks. They copyrighted illegally. Nobody did allow to copyright. And the same with Bean, and the same with YouTube, all those stupid boys. They tell them to program mine. You don't tell them to program mine, it's not your stuff. Wife does not belong to my life, and it's not your intellectual property or brain. So don't try to put her in. Look like she has rights. She has zero rights for it. It's not your brain. So, a stupid bunch of idiots. So Europe should never even try to approve. Never approve them. Every copyright, ask question, how did you start, who did allow? Because many times they say somebody did allow. Nobody did allow. For the whole my Explorer, they want to submit lies for everything, for cars, for hotels, for real estate, for everything, for videos, for cinema. They want to submit lies. They approve lies, and they go to Europe or anywhere trying to sell. You need to stop them. You need to go through every copyright, because they are not, their court or copyright office is not international. They should not be accepted for Europe because you copyrighted there. It does not mean you can pass copyrights here. You need to explain everything here. That's how you should approve them for big market. Because they still, by tricks, they copyright based on paper somebody allowed, nobody did allow, and then try to program and sell. They sell lemons. They're offering people lemons. They're retarded. They're thieves. They're like thieves. They steal something, add to that, and try to offer as his. It's not his. So Europe should go through every copyright, through every company beginning, corporation. They incorporated based on illegal use and paper somebody did allow. They have no history of corporation. Like that Bezos and that guy. They were implementing my package for Amazon. They have no history of that kind of stuff. They cannot copyright, they cannot incorporate based on paper I allow. I did not allow. It's ex-wife wrote that stupid paper. And the same with many other ones. So Europe should always stop them. Don't accept anything. I'm telling you, they will steal your wallet, they will steal your backpacks, they will steal your house, they will steal your car, they will steal everything. Like those Nicaragua or whatever the people they show on the street. People drive on the street, and from every direction, even like window open, they want to grab your back or anything. That's how it is. They use knife to cut back or backpack, whatever. And this is northern. This is like northern Nicaragua. They try to steal all mine, and then fool, go everywhere, try to fool. You don't approve anything. Completely zero. Because it's your money. You don't approve all those stupid approvals. Because I see their brain is somehow they will get away. No, you will not get away. You need to pay for it. If they don't want to pay, you need to remove them, fine them, and remove them. Or blocked. They should not come and try to steal money. Trading is like commodity. It's not their stuff they cannot trade. So you found, yeah, so cannot trade. It's not enough paper somebody is allowed. So that's how they use illegal papers and then trade. And if you call up to Innovation Center, they cannot talk. Somebody did allow for the beginning. Nobody did allow. But anyway, there are better things in life than that stupid, dirty, what they call internet. It's not even internet. Or sometimes they throw web. It's not web. So there are many things. I actually like better maybe have restaurant or wine or sparkling wine, maybe breeze, some kind of breeze. In Hawaii I did like to go close to the beach with a good breeze. So some kind of house or food. There are many things better than the shitty internet. That's why I did not spend even money. If somebody give me no rent with Wi-Fi, then I use. Otherwise, I don't even use. I had time in my life during those 30 years of not paying. I had many times I did not have Wi-Fi, and I never paid because I don't care about shitty internet. In the worst case, if I need to do something, I go to Starbucks, I check email, whatever, and that's it, I'm done. I don't even do anything. Or if I work somewhere, I just ask him for either workers' Wi-Fi or guest Wi-Fi, and I use that. I didn't even use it at home because I don't need it. So that's all I can say. But Europeans should really check every single company. How did you start? What do you have for the start? For incorporating, how did you incorporate? Can we see documents how you incorporated? Because European law for incorporating is different. And Americans had law, you need to have certain standing and this and that before you go public. They incorporated with illegal use of mine and paper look like I allow, and they go public with illegal use, illegal papers and fraud, forgery, they go public. And I think in Europe they would be stopped much faster. And when Europeans approve anyone, they should go through incorporating, they should go through copyrights, they should go through everything. Because the way it's done here, they did in a tricky way with fraud, forgery, and they don't have attorney ID, nothing. Somebody allow it and it goes. Oh yes. Look like they're special, super special. Everybody is allowing, and he doesn't like the money. That story is for completely stupid people. He keep allowing, and he doesn't get the money. He need to think long time just to throw money on the air to everybody. He doesn't need money. He just like to throw money. That's stupid. It's for completely idiots. So you don't need to believe in that story. And then another stuff. If company is using something, show us records that you are paying compensation, and then you'll see if they pay to X5. Why do you pay to X5 if the talent is not X5 or him? You see, you'll see twisted. The normal law says it should be to talent, and when you trade, you don't have that. You have twisting, constant twisting. If they pay compensation, go to X5. Made up as Y, but it goes to X5. You trade with fraud and forgery constantly. and you didn't go through beginning, you didn't go through copyrights, you didn't go through many other things. Basically, what you did allow to invest into the dirty, shitty business with constant twisting and fraud going, because money doesn't go to talent but to someone else, ex-wife or this or that or somewhere else. And those stupid CEOs, they had to contact the talent, but they didn't. They have some kind of middle people which is not belonging to talent but to ex-wife, and they believe they will do something. What they will do is they cannot do anything. They're in a legal business. For legal business, they would need to deal with talent and talent's people, not ex-wife's people. And they have ex-wife's people with all bunch of stupid papers, be it her or their papers, by tricks, copyrighted, by tricks this, by tricks that. No, you need to go through that. You have many countries, you need to go through that. No, stop. You didn't start from scratch, yes or no? You start from scratch, yes or no? No, so they came, they told you, yes or no? Yes. Okay, they told you. We need everything about that guy. Why is that he's not getting paid? Why you getting paid? Why that group getting paid? Why X5 getting paid? Why that guy is not getting paid? It's his stuff, but he's not getting paid. So you're trying to say we need to invest money with a bunch of thieves there. They're trying to steal talent's money, including Microsoft, including Apple, including Google, all this bunch of crooks. They're sending money somewhere else, to ex-wife or to politicians. Why do you send money somewhere else if you need to send to a talent? What's wrong with your head? So you see, at that point you can easily disqualify. We don't believe in your copyrights. We don't believe in your beginning. We don't believe you should send money somewhere else. You basically trying to steal money constantly, and we need to trade with your illegal papers and stealing money. What's the answer would be for investors? The guy who is a talent is not getting paid, but any kind of crook there is getting paid, and it should be traded with it. Yeah, what's the explanation? Explanation, it should not be traded, it should be removed. It should be removed for trading. Don't afraid to remove. You can remove all of them 100%. I really don't care. Because Wall Street told me not everybody can trade. They can have company, but not everybody can trade. So yeah, they can have, but they shouldn't have the garbage. But so they cannot trade. That's it, go. Yeah, company, you cannot trade. We cannot trade that garbage. That's all. That's the explanation. But anyway, but there are, like I said, better things beside the talk. Be it food or some kind of drink or whatever. Nice weather, cabin, second house, whatever. Okay, let's talk about false statements. So I see like this browser, this search engine, and somebody is making an impression that it's okay to do that. It's internet. It's not okay to do that. It's not internet, because in '92 it was not any exploring at all from home, and I had to go through different analysis. My first thinking was to connect to every building, because they have computers, they have business. That's a normal way. So I was thinking a long time about configuration and how it's gonna work. So it's one thing, and then later I came to my external system. So my browser, and I came to a browser the window on top is to go directly to store where I have many stores. That's my system. That's my e-commerce. It's not anyone's e-commerce. It's my e-commerce. Because stores didn't have it. So, and my big window is for my search engine. It's not for anyone's to use. I do not allow to use. I never did allow to use. They use false statements that whatever I came to, anybody can do. No, you cannot say that. That's innovation. I have my external system. I came to my custom network. I came to my search engine, my software decisions. That's for me to use. It's not for everybody to use. That's a number one false statement. False statement or false statements, if many times. Anybody can use. Anybody can do. It's internet. It's not internet. It's not. Because that was on my private property. Another side of that false statement, especially for rich people, they will never accept that. If they know the truth, they will never accept that. It was on private property. So I was thinking that's a place of my innovative thinking, location of my innovative thinking. So it was my thinking, and sometimes I was asking ex-wife, what do you think? But it's not for her to use. Now, after divorce, she kept talking about my thinking, but for Minnesota law system, you cannot talk too much about what was on private property. So she can talk only to some extent, but she cannot talk about everything what was on private property when it comes to my intellectual property. She's not talking about her thinking, she's talking about my thinking. So, because of restrictions, she cannot talk and they cannot do. So it is a false statement everybody can do, where it was on private property and the law say she cannot talk too much and she can only talk to extent. So if somebody is saying everybody can do, but in reality the private property law of Minnesota is restricting, she cannot even talk. If she cannot talk, then they cannot do. So it's a false statement that anybody can do what she found and what she told about my private project or my intellectual property on private property. So it cannot be used unless I talk. So because it's my innovative thinking, I came to a system that I went through different analysis, I came to exploring. Then normally, no matter where she goes, the answer should be bring your ex-husband. Well, she probably was telling husband, but still, bring your husband, but in reality, bring your ex-husband. Because in '93 we got divorced. So, from that point, because it was on private property, they cannot implement even one search engine and one that external system in all the software decisions, because it is my intellectual property on private property. It's not inside of government building. If I would have, let's say, a government contract, suppose government, American or not American, they gave me a project, come to something people can explore from home, and it's good for us, blah blah blah. We can communicate to people through that private network, which is starting from home. not from organization, because Maya is different. Maya is not supposed to work with their network. So if they would have a project and suppose, okay, well, how much you're gonna pay? I need to spend time, I need to do this analysis, blah blah blah, substantially different analysis. Because I did know about networks, electronics, some of computers. Before that I was playing a game, computer game, how to become a millionaire. I did become millionaire many times. It's a computer game overseas, it was a long time. But anyway, so I did know about wireless, not wireless. Anyway, so I did think about it, right? I just apply my electronic knowledge of wires in connection. And I know if network will work or not. So I came to network and the browser. So the browser is going to external system. That's for me, my system. It's not your system. So the federal government never got the project like that, and they have nothing to show that they have rights for that external system, because federal government never had such an order. They never had contractors, subcontractors. They never had anything that they can show, yeah, they had something. So if they would show something, if they would have such an order, then they can talk about that. Then they can say anybody can do or nobody can do, because if that would be a contract, it's for them to decide how wide it should be spread. So now another version, suppose I am at university. Suppose university has some kind of funds and they give some kind of project which should be later kind of like open source project. Sometimes it happens, certain things are done for national purpose, but for national purpose many times it is financed. Somebody is supporting that project. It's not like he is working and for giveaway. No, he might be working for giveaway, but he's getting money for doing that project. You know what I mean? So there are a few things here and there like that. So nobody was giving me money, supporting my project, to stay in the house and think long time about my system, because I had certain wish to come to my system looking at AOL in New York, and I decided to come to my system because their system is one kind, but I want for the house. So I have a lot of stuff for the house, be it travel, hotels, vacations, flights, used car buy, new car buy, shopping, blah blah. That's for free time. I have a lot of it for free time, because my system is for the house. Because normally companies would not allow to develop all this. People should work. They would need to have working software, not some kind of looking for your vacation or dating or whatever, looking at people's videos. You know, their purpose in their brain was focused on something else. It's like Oracle. If Oracle is doing any kind of software, it's for work. I was inside of United Healthcare. They have Oracle computers. That's for, suppose insurance is dealing with clients, or United Healthcare is dealing with clients, and that software is supporting that particular work or customer experience, customer orders, whatever. So it's not for kickback, looking at some ladies, for dating, or looking for nice vacation, whatever. So all that is, forever I had a lot of software is for the home. It's not for some kind of work flow. You know what I mean? So the government didn't have that, and university didn't have that. I would assume if university would have order, most likely no dating, no looking at vacations, no people's video, really. Probably if they would give such an order, it would be maybe something dealing with education, maybe with information or libraries, or something like more focused on education. Since it's university and they're focused on teaching, to me, if that would be some kind of order, that would be like more teaching order. But I had real estate, I had boats, I had this. That's for the free time. It's all free time. I had a lot of software, if you look at my stuff, for free time, because I didn't know they have software for work. So I don't need to work on software for work because they already have. So my software is for people who love to work, and I'm okay with it. I have plenty of softwares. So university didn't give me. So they cannot say anybody can do it, because I did not have university support or some kind of funds, and then it's kind of their project, and then they can decide if everybody can do that browser, if everybody can do that kind of particular exploring. And open source people, in many cases actually open source is made for universities. Because of the legal issues, it's kind of easy to use open source. It's not like private language. So I don't belong to open source. So number one mistake, they told to open source they can use. No, they cannot use. They cannot use my browser, my external system, my software decisions in my custom network and say it's okay to use. That's a false statement, because it was on private property. It's for me to use. And Olga, ex-wife, she had to stop talking. The normal question would be, where he told you that? In the house. Well, it's a private property. You keep talking, but no, you cannot talk. You cannot, well, first of all, you cannot talk for too long. And second thing, you cannot implement. And third thing, we need legal signatures, but you don't have legal signatures. Because he's overseas and you're telling he signed somewhere on completely different land or with completely different records, and you cannot show records. He has completely other records. Basically, it's forgery. You don't show anything legal because you have forgery. You cannot use forgery for open source. You cannot use forgery for university projects, for government, for anything. You cannot use any forgery for anything. That's how it works. So basically, it's a false statement. You cannot use forgery for anything. And anytime they say, oh, it's okay to do this, it's okay to do that, they're trying to, first of all, they had the legal use, and then they're trying to multiply my browser to external system. No, that's illegal use. It's false statement. They cannot use. Normal lawyer should say where it was. The private property, stop right there. You cannot talk too much. You cannot implement. We need him. But because I'm not there, they started to put up, look like I am there. Look like I did allow. That's false statement and fraud and forgery. You see? And with those kind of illegal things, you cannot say it's okay to do. They have nothing to show. Okay, show the location. Where is the location? If they say somewhere overseas, it's fraud. It was Minnesota, close to Edina. In fact, when I got my work permit, the immigration and naturalization and the Homeland Security, I guess, they sent work authorization to that house where I came to that exploring and system and everything. So if you look at immigration, there is address, I think it's 3114 49th Street, Minnesota, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So that work authorization came to that house. So first thing I came to the system, exploring whatever, then I got work authorization coming to me to the same house. That's a record where it was. Immigration has records. Because when they send the authorization, work authorization, they have the address. They should have the address. So, and then I started to work at JCPenney, and Olga was working at JCPenney. To work at JCPenney, we need a work authorization. So immigration had, that's record. That's where it was the place of innovative thinking, location. For law purposes, that would be a location of innovative thinking, and that's where immigration sent work authorization. But later we move out. So, but anyway, so it's a house, it's a proof it's a house, you can check. They didn't send work authorization to university, to government, to any other place. It's a house. So whatever was in the house, you cannot say everybody can do that. You cannot even do one. How can you do many? So it's a false statement, just for you to understand about the legal side of exploring the browsers, whatever, the network and softwares, yeah, and social network. That's a place of social network. They should not even talk for too long. Okay, another false statement or false statements could be from Olga. So we got divorced in '93. So she's repeating my intellectual property, which is exploring that I came to, which is unexistent. Now when it comes time to say what's okay, not okay, she's making her statement. She's not making my statement. Because she's talking to politicians or party or people, and if they ask this okay or this okay, the reply is not mine. So I'm a talent, but the reply is not mine. It's her reply. And I can tell you, her reply is structured. Structured means she wanna get money for my intellectual property being divorced. Realistically, you cannot. Because if divorced, then for everything I should talk. I would say even being married, I need to talk. But somebody look like tweaked, look like she can talk, look like being wife. That's tweaked. Wife cannot talk, really. If you go to publisher, it doesn't matter wife or not wife, who would be an author for that book? Him, right? Or he was thinking, right? for certain things, she just cannot talk. Even wife cannot talk. So somebody tweak here and there, and then signature, what signature? It's not my signature. So they might have signatures. So the false statement, like I said before, would be from her, because it is her answer, it's not my answer. If she is telling it's my answer, it's not my answer, it's her answer. Because in 93 we got divorced, right? And in 92, when I told you about my system exploring e-commerce, she wanted to talk. But then later I thought, well, if she talk, but then I said that, but sooner or later I need to talk to attorney. So I said, I don't want you to talk, because I need to talk to attorney. So what she did, she didn't want to listen. She decided to talk, because her mother was a programmer, I guess, or she knew some people, programmers. So she wanted to talk, but it's not her intellectual property. So anytime any question will appear, okay, no, okay, she would need to ask me. So I would need to go back and forth. So, and plus legal side, I said, no, I need to sign, so I don't want you to talk, because I need to talk to attorney. And to reach people, I would need to talk. She cannot talk for me, because every time they would ask her, she would come back to me to give the answer. I'm not like that. I don't need her real assistance. So, especially if I'm in the United States, why would I need her assistance? Her English was worse than mine. She didn't know any English. She was taking German. I was taking English. So, now, in fact, my teacher was in London. For a certain time she was in London. And her teacher, I guess, in Germany. If she is learning German, probably in German. But anyway, so the false statement would be, okay, we give answer. It means her give answer. If I'm Italian, she's giving answer, it will be automatically, it's like a casino. Maybe yes, but most likely no. That would be false statement. A lot of false statement. Sometimes he might hit the jackpot, which is right, but in most cases wrong, because she doesn't know. She did not think about the system and software packages. I only said about what they think okay, not okay. And many times she's like, she doesn't give me a definite answer. But they implemented mine. So, what I want to say is, that's a false statement from her. Now, if she's saying false statement, and any political party is repeating, because I don't think they verify. If I am not there, if I am in America, they cannot verify anything. So, if they cannot verify, they go with your most likely wrong answer. It's like casino, because she doesn't know exactly my answer. One maybe out of thousands she might hit right, but the rest would be wrong, would be off, because my brain is my brain, and she cannot talk the same way, you know. She's not telling. So her people would be making false statement, assume false statement, unless you believe somebody is hitting jackpot 100% or 95%. But realistically, nobody's hitting. So no matter what they say, first of all, I'm not there. She's giving some kind of answer, okay, not okay. Plus, her structured brain to get money for mine. So, but my brain, I never had idea after divorce money go to her. I never had that idea. I never wanted money to go to her. I got divorced. Why do I need money to go to her? So if I have another lady, after her I had another lady. If I have another lady, why would I need money to go to her? It's too good to be true. They just tell me any American, if you don't have kids, because I didn't have kids. If you don't have kids, why would you need to get divorced and money go to her? For what? Because she's a bitch. I didn't like her attitude. She's complaining, high nose, some kind of evil-headed bitch. I didn't like her attitude. She has no heart, no love, nothing. She's like some kind of from the ice. Came out from the ice. So I got divorced. I don't want money to go to her. So anytime she's telling money should go to her, that's a false statement. It's not related maybe to the system or exploring the intellectual property, but it's related to transaction. So anytime she is saying money should go to her, she has nothing to show for that. That would be bank fraud, finance fraud, and twisting. So fraud with twisting, and if there are signatures, that would be forgery. So that's a false statement. And if any politician repeating her talk or structured thinking intentionally or unintentionally, he would be telling false statement, because it's her structured thinking. It's not mine. I never had idea money to go to her. If I live with one lady, this is where money should go. That is like forgotten life. Forgotten life. I don't need anything. So I'm not gonna send every lady that I divorced money. For what? She didn't do anything. She's lazy bitch. Her cooking is like stupid shit somehow. She make few things and she thinks that look like she made like, you know, Halekulani Hotel in Hawaii, some kind of big dinner. She didn't make Halekulani Hotel dinners. She makes some kind of stupid shit. She only knew a few things how to cook. So basically she's just, in general, she's just lazy. She want man to work and she doesn't have anything to offer. So what I want to say is that's a false statement. Money should go to her. And if any politician is talking about it, money should go to her. Look like it's my wish. It's not my wish. I never had that wish. If I'm in America, then show me the notary, attorney, blah 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 blah. The divorced man should want to pay her money, and they have no kids for no reason. All money should go to her. For what? She just repeated. She is not intellectual property, the thinker or talent. Legally, money should go to talent, and she's tweaking everything. Money should go to repeating lady, and playing with that wife, trying to convince it's for two people. It's not for two people. I am here with another lady, and she's there with I don't know who. She's playing wife just to get the money. She's trying to play impressions, and every impression with fraud, that's a false statement. So basically they want to implement my intellectual property, and they're talking to Jew or not Jew, and then they implement with a bunch of false statements and private property violations. They only could talk to some extent. Whatever they told to Google or Facebook or YouTube or Netflix, that's over. It's already way over, because she could only talk to some extent what was on private property. She could not tell everything, and they could not make any papers for that, because only me could make papers, and I'm not on your government or whatever property. So basically it's illegal use. and whatever they did, they couldn't actually do it. It was done wrong, and then they want people to invest money. Smart people, if they send some kind of garbage like that, they just dump. They dump the stock, you know. So if I know something more about false statements, I will tell later. Anyway, have a good time. Bye.